All right. This one comes from BOR Updates, posted 4 days ago with 2.5 thousand upvotes. Am I wrong to make locking the goddamn door a hill to die on? Okay, very simple. The people in the story are me, 25 female, and my partner, 27 male. We have been living together since January of this year, but this issue started once he started spending a lot of time at my place 2 years ago. I live in an apartment complex in a pretty safe area. To get to my place, you have to open the front door of the building with code or key, pass the secondary door, same code, and then take the stairs to my front door. We both have the keys to all doors. I have a neighbor on the first floor, ground level, and a neighbor above me. Since my partner has been with me, he often forgets to lock the door. It happens on a regular basis and only when I am still home or when we are both home at night. He always locks it when the place is empty, aka I have never come home to a door unlocked at least. I have expressed multiple times my concerns about having the door unlocked without me knowing while I am inside. To me, it feels not prudent and puts me at risk. While I don't actually believe something bad will happen, I also believe you only need for it to happen once to be a problem. What if a weirdo manages to get in the building and walks in my apartment while I'm showering? What if someone comes and steals things while I am watching a show or we are sleeping and the insurance does not cover it because technically the door was open? I always end up noticing it around 45 minutes after he leaves or in the morning after he comes home late, and I am always upset about it. When we argue about it, he always says something along the lines of, "We are in a safe area," and "at least one of us is home," which to me is besides the point. After I complain, he does better for a while, and then after 2 weeks to 1 month, it will be back at it. It's so frustrating. He knows how a lock works. He does it all the other times. Why does us or me being here stop him from locking it? It's something that has been happening more and more, and I am absolutely frustrated. I have decided that I am putting my foot down and will be dying on this hill, although I do not know yet how to enforce it without putting a strain on other good aspects of our relationship. I feel I am being reasonable, but am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong.
Wow.
And I am someone who is on the boyfriend side. Do you remember this was kind of like we had this similar situation when we first moved in together? We're Canadian. It's a very safe country.
What?
So I always
Are you
grew up.
saying no crime happens here? What do you mean it's a
Yes.
safe country?
No crime ever happens.
Okay.
So it's always safe to leave your door unlocked. That's how I grew up.
You grew up in the woods.
I did also grow up kind of in the woods. Like the family house was a kilometer away from the road through a winding driveway. The doors were never locked there, and I also grew up with dogs. So maybe that's not.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was just never taught to lock the door. It was never a thing. So when I moved out, I never locked any of my apartment doors. When I moved closer to like a bigger city. So I was kind of, my habit was like never did it. And then when we moved in, I kind of had like reformed the habit. And I don't think she's wrong for dying on the hill. I don't think you were wrong you didn't really die on the hill, but you were insistent, and I'm a reasonable person. But it sounds like he's actually a reasonable person too. He's just not.
No. Okay, so the reason I don't think he's like
Building the habit,
forgetting.
that's what I was gonna say.
I'm so sorry.
You kind of cut me off. I feel like he's a reasonable person, but he's not doing a good job of building the habit. Because she brings it up, he does better for a while, and then 2 weeks to a month later, he'll be back at it. So it's not like they're getting into an argument. She brings it up, and he says, "You're so wrong," blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Okay, I'll try better," and then it fades away from him.
Okay, but my thing is, why is it every other time when neither of them are home, he locks it?
Because he feels like it's safe.
That's a conscious choice.
Yeah, but he's been programmed that it's okay when you're in the house, you don't need to lock it because you're there to defend your valuables. He's a man.
Okay,
She
but
is
if
a
he
woman.
has the
She's
thought,
like, the lock is there to protect me, not the fucking shit in the apartment.
if he has the thought, like, oh, I'm home, she's home. If he has that thought, then he should think, okay, lock. Like, if he's making that conscious decision, then it is a conscious decision. It's not like he's forgetting.
Huh?
Sorry, maybe not conscious decision, but if he's thinking about, okay, I'm home, she's home, whatever, I don't need to lock it.
Maybe he doesn't think about it when he's home. Like maybe like I'm like
no, that doesn't
habit.
That makes no sense. He's locking it every other time, but when he comes home, he's not locking it.
I feel like two separate actions. Locking the door from the outside, putting your key in, locking it, and you're heading out. That's a habit. Coming inside, turning around, flipping the switch to lock it behind you. Different habit. So I could totally see how when you exit your building, you put your key in and you lock it. When you come into your house, you just let the door close behind you.
I know what you have to do. You have to Pavlov him.
Yes.
You want to be a good boy? You want to get a treat?
Yeah. How?
Lock the fucking door. As soon as he locks the door, treat.
What kind of treat is he getting?
A little doggy treat.
Like what kind? What are we talking about here?
I'm literally thinking, Andrew getting chocolate chips every time he says he has to potty.
Oh, my mind went way more NSFW than that.
I know. I'm trying to steer away from that.
Okay.
Being a dirty fuck.
Either way, yes, you could kind of like reward somehow. Locks the door, gets a treat.
Or go the opposite.
Bring out a cane,
Punish.
a whip. That's a carrot or the stick. You know, what do you do? Carrot. I think you're supposed to try the carrot first. And then if it doesn't work, then you swat them. But I don't know. I feel like if you keep expressing it, you'll get through. And maybe also bring up the fact like, hey, when we've had this conversation before, you do it good for 2 weeks, but then you fade off.
So do you need me to get mad at you every 2 weeks?
Yeah, I don't want to keep getting mad at you.
Yeah, but I will.
I need you to fix this on your own. I feel like we've had a bunch of conversations like that.
Yeah, actually.
Over the years of like one of us has improved on something and then it kind of fades away. And then we have a conversation about, hey, this is what we need. You did improve on it. You faded away. And when you point that out, it makes it easier to make that transition. Also, if you didn't live in an apartment building, best thing you can do, get the lock that we have on our door, auto locks behind you.
Yeah.
We got a fingerprint lock, and we can set a timer. If 5 minutes of it being unlocked, it will lock itself. So
that could be a good solution here.
That sounds like a great solution here.
So the consensus is some people say to get a digital lock and lock the door behind him with her phone, while others say they would be pissed to have to do that instead of him remembering. Others tell stories of people just coming into their home, and that's how they learn to lock the door.
But all valid.
Set him up.
All valid. Set him up. Get a friend.
He's going to break up with you then.
Don't tell him you set him up.
No. He's going to create a police report. They find him. It's OP's best friend.
No. But, you know, what are you envisioning? They come in and rob him and beat him up?
Not beat him up, but like rob him.
No, you just get somebody who opens the door and is like, oh, sorry, wrong apartment.
That's not going to do anything. That won't freak him out.
You don't think so?
No.
I think that would. That'd freak me out enough.
You try.
I don't know.
Okay, there's an update that says, thank you so much to everyone who commented and gave advice. I feel very heard and valid, but y'all scared me with some of your stories in reference to murders.
God damn.
At least I am more set than ever. I had a very serious talk with my partner. He was defensive at first, but heard my point. He mentioned that he really lost the habit after living 6 months with an automatic lock where he just had to close the door.
He's not even a bad guy.
I offered that we get one of those, as many of you suggested, but he refused, saying that he actually didn't like the system at all due to being locked out repeatedly.
Suck it up.
He confirmed that he would rather work on his habits and that he would make an effort, but to be patient as habits are slow to build.
No, get the fuck out of here now.
I told him that it was fine, but that I was really expecting him to work on it. He said he will. I decided to give him the chance to show me. However, I am giving him exactly 1 month. After that period of time, if nothing has changed, automatic lock. Thank you to everyone. I read all your comments and I really appreciate all your input.
If you're building...
Okay, now he's being unreasonable.
Now he is being unreasonable. If your building allows you to put your own automatic lock on it, just do it. Just do it. He's getting locked out habits, whatever. Dude, you can adjust the settings. You can have it locked 15 seconds behind you, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No.
So the original post was from February of 2024, and there's an update that comes June 6, 2026.
Whoa. 2.5 years
everyone.
later.
Yeah. OMG, everyone. I had literally forgotten about this post, but I just got a comment on the old post and realized I had a crazy update to share, so I thought I would update. 2 years ago, I posted asking here if it was unreasonable of me to be super duper strict with my boyfriend about locking the door. Now, my boyfriend has been better at locking the door since then. Not perfect, but better. Now on to the story. I was not there for it, but my boyfriend was. Approximately 8 months ago now, my boyfriend was alone at home with the door thankfully locked when he said he heard something shatter. He first thought our cats were acting up, but after checking the living room, got confused what was broken and decided to check outside. He came out of the apartment just to notice that the downstairs neighbor, 50-ish male, was also outside as he also heard the noise. They briefly talked before noticing that one of the downstairs door's glass panel was broken. They got worried and decided to check the basement just in case. They found nothing, so they just assumed it was someone who came in and then left. Then my boyfriend remembered that our upstairs neighbor are also bad at locking their doors. Like, guys, they are so terrible at it. It's almost ridiculous. One time they lost their key for a whole month and just lived with the door unlocked for the entire time. Wild. Anyways, so both my boyfriend and neighbor decided that it was worth knocking and checking the upstairs door just in case. They go upstairs, but before they can even knock, they hear wrestling from the inside. They just barge in just to be met with our upstairs neighbor, 27 male, in a full grapple with a crackhead that had just walked in his apartment. Thankfully, my upstairs neighbor was definitely overpowering the guy, but he then explained that, yeah, he was working in his office when he heard the door open. He immediately recognized that this was not his girlfriend's steps, so he started filming and went to check the noise all the way to the bathroom. He walked in just to be met with this random man asking him casually if he wanted drugs. I'm literally crying, guys. My upstairs neighbor immediately was like, "What the fuck? Get out." The guy was just like, "But don't you want to smoke?" Which my upstairs neighbor just grabbed him to throw him out. So the guy struggled, begging, "Please don't hurt me." Finally, my boyfriend and the two neighbors brought the man to the staircase and called the police. Literally, the guy tried to smoke some crack on the staircase because the situation was, and I quote, stressing him. They had to stop him from smoking right there. Finally, the police arrived and just arrested the guy. Guys, the moment my boyfriend told me the story was the most "I told you so" moment that had ever happened in my life. I felt so right about locking the door thing. He's been so good at it since then. This could have gone so wrong on so many levels. Like, if I had been my neighbor's girlfriend in the apartment instead of him, genuinely, she is super sweet, but I would have been so scared for her. She's also now more insistent on locking the door, but the neighbors are still terrible at it. LOL.
Oh my God, that's wild. I told you
Bro,
so.
I would feel so powerful in that moment.
Yeah,
Nothing could fucking stop
you
me.
were so right. Woo! At least it happened to like the neighbor, not him. So he didn't have to learn firsthand. Like he
Yeah.
kind of firsthand, but it wasn't his apartment.
Yeah.
That's wild. I was going to say, if you don't want to hire somebody to come into the apartment, you could start finding like all of the movies and TV shows where people come in and do bad things to unlock doors. You're on like a horror movie marathon and there seems to be a common theme where people didn't lock their door and they just came on in.
Yeah.
And then that like, kind of like, could that Pavlov him a little bit?
No.
Subliminally get the message.
Eh.
I like the idea of just honestly hiring someone. Just come in.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sounds like he's better though.
All right, guys. Lock your doors or get one of the electric automatic locking doors.
I love ours.
I love ours too. Ours is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's got a fingerprint reader and the code reader, and it's like proximity. So like when we're pulling in up the street, as soon as we pull in the driveway, it automatically unlocks for us. And then we walk in, and then 2 minutes later, it locks it behind us. It's the greatest thing ever.
Great. So now people can steal your phone and get in here.
Yes. Yes, this is not a challenge, but technically, if you did find my phone, found me, found my phone, and found the house,
our address,
then it would all work together.
Actually, wouldn't the app? I'm gonna stop now. Before give people any ideas.
Yeah, just stop. All right, back to me.